Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. After almost 2 weeks of me being gone on YouTube, I decided to come back because I finally did the new video. I'm doing it right now. It's like 7 p.m. or something. But welcome to my channel. My name is Gabby, and today we're going to be doing tier rankings. I decided to do tier rankings because that's something I actually really enjoy doing, and it's something that can show you guys a little bit more about my personal taste and what I actually like and what I actually don't like. And I posted it on my Instagram like 2 weeks ago, I think, and I got a lot of people reply to my story. I didn't expect that many people to be like, oh, rank this or rank that and do a tier list of this and that. I was very surprised by the amount of people that wanted me to do it, and I did do the 5 that stood out the most for me, or the ones that I actually really wanted to do. So here we go. We're gonna do rankings, and I hope that you guys like the rankings I do. Some of them are gonna be a little bit controversial, but I don't care. So let's do it. The first one that I'm actually gonna be doing is a Christopher Nolan tier. So I'm gonna be doing Nolan movies. So on Legendary we have Memento and The Dark Knight. I think those two are like Nolan's best movies like ever. I really like those movies, and those are like legendary status. Those are, I think, in my opinion, those two are like his best movies. We have solid, equivalent to an art piece, Inception, Interstellar, and Dunkirk. Those 3 movies are really good. Some people really disagree with me putting Inception in like solid, but yeah, it's my, I actually really do enjoy watching Inception, and I really do enjoy how trippy the movie is and stuff. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I do remember it being really, really good. The other category is Good Kush. So Good Kush in the Nolan tier is like, it's great, but it's not something that I would like regularly watch like in a row. Tenet and The Prestige. Even though I know some of y'all are gonna be like, oh, what? The Prestige should be higher. I don't care. I really enjoyed watching The Prestige, but it was like I was not in the mood when I was watching it to watch it, so I guess that kind of ruined the experience for me, but I really do enjoy The Prestige. Not Nolan's best, in my opinion. We have Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises. I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just saying that they're not his best movies, but as you can see in the Nolan ranking is the only tier where it doesn't have a bad ranking. Like, any other movies are not like in a bottom tier. So all of them are 3 and up, which is really good. Again, the Nolan tier is very specific because it's geared towards my taste in movies and stuff, and I really do enjoy all of Nolan's movies. I'm a really big Christopher Nolan fan. I really like his first movie, Following, but that movie wasn't on here on the tier ranking. I would have ranked that on equivalent to an art piece, but yeah, so on Nolan's movies, this is the only ranking I have where there isn't anything bad on the ranking. So yeah, this is the really positive one. Someone told me to do a tier ranking of Monsters Inc. Incorporated characters, and I love that movie. So, and that was a really random like suggestion. Like when I saw the DMs and someone was like, oh, you should do Monsters Inc. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna do Monsters Inc. Definitely. So this is the Monsters Inc. tier ranking. Legendary, we have Sully, Boo, Randall, Mike Wazowski, obviously, and we have the 2, like, I call them the twins. They're not twins, but I call them the twin workers from the movie, that they're like obsessed with Sully, and they're like, oh, we're big fans of you. Ah. I love this. So they're on the legendary ranking for the Monsters Inc. one. On top tier, we have the boss of Monsters Incorporated, the slithery worm dude from the movie, and we have the sock guy, the quarantine sock guy. Those are top tier characters in my opinion. And solid, we have Randall's assistant, Randall's secretary, we have the ice cone monster, we have Randall's girlfriend, and the twin from the top tier. So on Legendary, I put both of them in Legendary because both of them qualify as Legendary. Like, both together, they are in the Legendary category, but alone by themselves, they're very solid characters. On B-, we have no one. There's not a single B- character in Monsters Inc. And then we have Ugh, and on Ugh, we have the lady that's obsessed with Mike Wazowski, the mean secretary from the movie. And she's a great character, so I'm doing it like by ranking off, like when you watch it in the movie you're like, ugh. So we have Mike Wazowski's special lady that's obsessed with him. Someone told me to do a tier ranking about Red Dead Redemption 2, and obviously I was not going to say no to that. So, legendary, we have Arthur Morgan, Hosea. Hosea is like my favorite character. Charles Smith, and John Marston. And then we have top tier, Dutch, Sadie, and Lenny. And then we have characters that are strong. And we have like the strong category, and we have Abigail, Jack, Javier, Tilly, I forgot, Karen, Reverend, and Sean. I keep forgetting the characters. The artwork is it's really hard for me to recognize them here. B-, we have Trelawney, Pearson, Miss Grimshaw, Uncle, and Mary Beth. Meh, we have Bill, and then we have the thought category. And in the thought category, I have Molly O'Shea. Obviously, we have Micah in there, and Leopold Strauss. And also, on that category, and on the thought category, we also have Mary Linton. But Mary Linton, her picture wasn't on the website, so I'm just gonna do it on post. Alright, so someone told me to rank cereal, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give a really quick disclaimer on the cereal tier ranking. When it comes to eating like sweets and stuff, I have a very weird tooth when it comes to that. Like I don't like stuff that's overly sweet, but I don't like stuff that's overly plain either. I'm a really weird person. Like I don't like sugar a lot. Like the only sugar that I eat is in forms of chocolate, and I just consume and stuff my face with chocolate. That's the only type of candy that I actually really like. Recently I got into donuts, and I really like donuts for some reason now, but I just like the plain old glazed donuts, the ones that are like not that sugary. So with sugary stuff it's really weird for me to actually get a taste out of it, but I have eaten a lot of various cereals in my lifetime. So on Legendary we have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That is the best cereal in my opinion. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal. In Gabby's world, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is rules. We have regular corn flakes. They're very plain, and they're very like, a lot of people don't like them because they're very plainly flavored, but I love them, and I eat them plain. I don't eat them with milk or sugar. I just eat them straight out of the box and like that, nothing in them. I love that. Honey Bunches of Oats of almonds. And we have the classic Cheerios. I like Cheerios too because they're very like, they give that hint of sweetness, but it doesn't like overpower the entire cereal like a lot of cereals do. Top tier are Special K, the chocolate ones, because I love chocolate. And then we have the Oreo O's. I really do enjoy the Oreo O's. And then we have the strong cereals. We have Cookie Crisp. We have Cocoa Pebbles. Very strong cereal. Very, very tasteful, but middle category for me. Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes are very good, but they're really sugary for me, and I have tried them, but again, someone offers me that, I'm gonna say no. And then Chocolate Cheerios. Same story, same thing. I really do like the original ones more, which is very surprising because I really do prefer chocolate over literally everything when it comes to sweets and cereals and stuff, so that is very surprising. B-, we have Mini Wheats, Rice Krispies, and Lucky Charms. And then on No Gracias, which is no thank you, I do not eat those, I really don't like those, are Apple Jacks. I really don't like Apple Jacks cereal, and Fruity Pebbles. A lot of people are gonna get really mad at me because I said that I don't like Fruity Pebbles. I like Cocoa Pebbles way more because it's chocolate, and I love chocolate. But Fruity Pebbles is way too like sweet for me. It has too many like flavor to it, and it really gives me a bad aftertaste. So I really don't enjoy the aftertaste of the aftertaste of Apple Jacks and Fruity Pebbles. I really, really don't like that. Now, so a lot of people told me to do like DC tier rankings and stuff, and then someone specifically said Batman. And I had no idea what this person meant when they said Batman, and I was like, do you mean the suits or like the characters? Do you mean the fan? Do you mean like the fan movie stuff, or do you mean like the canon stuff? I had no idea. And then one of my friends texted me, like aside, like these people do not know each other. One of my friends texted me and said that you should do like the Batmans, like the different types of Batmans that we've seen on TV. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna be ranking like the Batmans that are canon. Disclaimer, some of y'all are gonna get really mad at me with how I'm gonna rank these Batmans. So, my ranking's very different from what you usually see from tier rankings, so with Batman specifically, so yeah, let's do this. So on the legendary category, we have the one and only Kevin Conroy Batman from the Arkham trilogy games, and the animated series Batman. So I put the one from Arkham Asylum, like the photo, but it's just to represent that, like, what I actually mean is Kevin Conroy, and Kevin Conroy is like he's amazing. Okay, so we have that, we have Kevin Conroy, we have the Grim Knight, which is from a series of comics, which is my favorite series of comics from Batman. So we have the Grim Knight Batman in the legendary position. And we have Ben Affleck. I put Ben Affleck in the legendary category because Zack Snyder's version of Batman is actually extremely accurate to the Batman that I grew up watching and the Batman that I actually expected to see in the movie. So Ben Affleck's Batman and Zack Snyder's version of Batman is something that I really enjoy, so to me he's like in the legendary category. Last but not least, on the legendary category we have Lego Batman. And Lego Batman might be my favorite little Batman out there, because it's very cute, but he's also very badass. But yeah, Lego Batman is also included in the legendary category, and no one's gonna convince me otherwise. On top tier we have this Batman. This animated Batman is from like a really old TV show I used to watch when I was in high school, and it's not Kevin Conroy doesn't voice him. I have no idea who voices who, but it's very, like, I really like the cartoon, so it's the Batman from the Batman cartoon. We have Batman Beyond. If you're a really big Batman fan, Batman Beyond is awesome. We have the Batman from Harley Quinn from like the HBO Max show. I find that Batman extremely funny. We have Christian Bale in the top tier. Christian Bale is not on my legendary ranking. Christian Bale is a really solid Batman, but I do think, even though it was Nolan's interpretation of it, so he was very free with how he interpreted Bruce Wayne, and he did it in his own way, in a really realistic way. But I do like Ben Affleck's Batman and Zack Snyder's Batman way more. And on top tier we have the Flashpoint version of Batman, which is really dope. The Flashpoint version of Batman is actually really interesting, and I really like the story of it. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody here that really likes Batman and doesn't really know what happens in the Flashpoint version of it, but yeah, I really do like Flashpoint Batman. It's very cool, and the suit is dope. I really like that suit. On Solid, we have Batman Ninja, this digital Batman from a show that I used to watch when I started college. I don't remember the name of the show, but I do remember the animation from it, and I actually really like this Batman-like show, so I really like that Batman. And we have Michael Keaton in the Solid category. Michael Keaton is a really good Batman, but he is in my Solid category because that was in the 80s, Tim Burton did it, and the 80s were way more different, and the fans were way different from how the fans are now, including myself. B-, there's no B- on my Batman category because I don't think none of the Batmans deserve a B-. And then on Ugh, we have none other than our favorite people. I'm not hating on the actors, I'm hating the character and how it was delivered. We have George Clooney's Batman and Val Kilmer's Batman. And our last but not least category, we have someone told me to do Lord of the Rings characters, and obviously I'm not gonna say no to that. So let's do the Lord of the Rings characters. So on Legendary we have Aragorn, Gandalf, Bilbo, Sam, Saruman, the one who betrayed the wizards. The Eagles. Why is my camera doing that? The Eagles. The Mouth of Sauron. I do think the Mouth of Sauron qualifies as a legendary character because that is a dope character, and I really like how they did him in the extended version. Bill the Pony. Bill the Pony qualifies as legendary. Gimli, son of Gloin, and Gollum. Top tier, we have Galadriel, Sauron, or, as some of the real fans may know him, Melkor, the servant of Morgoth. Legolas, Frodo, I forgot the name of this elf, but I do remember him. It's not Glorfindel. I always confuse him with Glorfindel, but it's not him. Faramir, the Balrog, and the Ents. And then the other category, I would go eat second breakfast with you. I would go eat second breakfast with Shadowfax. If you don't know who Shadowfax is Gandalf the White's horse. It's not Gandalf the Grey's horse, it's Gandalf the White's horse. There's a very big difference. But I would go with Shadowfax. I would go eat second breakfast with Boromir, with Pippin, Merry and Pippin. I would obviously go with them to eat second breakfast. I would go eat second breakfast with Elrond, even though he's an elf and he's very fancy and he eats salad and lembas bread. I would go eat second breakfast with Elrond. And with Carl Urban's character, which I forgot his name. It's really weird. I'm a really big fan of like the Lord of the Rings and stuff, but like and the Spot sometimes I really do forget the characters' names because it's really confusing for me. But yes, I would go eat second breakfast with them. Which solid. And on solid we have Arwen, the King of the Dead from the third Lord of the Rings movie. I'm gonna categorize it by movies. We have Glorfindel. This is actually Glorfindel. Eowyn and Theoden. They're sort of solid characters. That doesn't mean they're bad. They're very like solid characters. That's why I put solid. And we have on lowest of the low, which is not bad. It's just lowest of the low. I mean lowest of the low in terms of the story. So on lowest of the low, we have the One Ring, obviously. We have Grima. We have that one orc that has like that weird potato face. We have Faramir's dad, who wanted to kill him, and we all remember the way that he ate the special tomatoes in that scene. We have the Witch King of Angmar, and we have the spider, which is also named Shelob. We have Shelob. Shelob is a very iconic character in the Silmarillion and in the Lord of the Rings. I'm not gonna get into it though, but I really do find the Shelob thing very interesting and how she got transformed into that and how everything started with that. I'm not gonna get into detail because I know that can be a whole video by itself, and that if I do a video about Tolkien lore and what I know and what I get really excited about, that video's gonna end up being like 7 hours long. So I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I think that's all of my rankings. Thank you so much for watching my rankings and for watching my video. The Glormication is gonna be happening very soon. I'm still like in the process of getting there. I'm really busy with personal stuff as well. Let me know in the comment section below, or DM me on Instagram what type of video should I do next before I actually hit the Warma mission and we actually go on vacation of Warma. So yeah, just let me know, send me a DM on Instagram or comment down below. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you so much guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. It's out of focus.